It's part of an effort to ramp up pressure on Tehran after unilateral withdrawal by Washington from the Iran nuclear deal. The U.S. administration wants to stop all Iranian oil exports.
Today I'm announcing that we will no longer grant any exemptions. We're going to zero across the board. We will continue to enforce sanctions and monitor compliance. Any nation or entity interacting with Iran should do its diligence and err on the side of caution. The risks are simply not going to be worth the benefits.
The spokesman for Iran's foreign ministry called the sanctions illegal and said the Islamic Republic of Iran basically considers the granted waivers as worthless. According to Pompeo, Iran's oil revenue used to be $50 billion a year. Sanctions have cut $10 billion since the US imposed more sanctions last November. But because Washington unilaterally withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal while Tehran was in full compliance, there is little appetite from other nations to comply with US demands. Turkey has already expressed its opposition, as has Iraq and China, the biggest buyer of Iranian oil.
China has consistently opposed the U.S. implementation of unilateral sanctions and the so-called long-arm jurisdiction. The cooperation between China and Iran is open, transparent, reasonable, and legitimate, and deserves to be respected.
Whether Washington will follow through with its threat remains to be seen. Several of the nations that rely on Iranian oil are U.S. allies. Italy, Greece and Turkey are all members of NATO. Japan and South Korea, key U.S. allies in the Asia-Pacific. Washington says energy supply disruptions can be solved by increased supply from Saudi Arabia, Iran's main regional adversary, and also from other oil-producing nations. But for many countries, it's not just about the oil. It's about standing up to Washington when it comes to energy security and issues of global governance, and also the policy here from this White House about diplomatic and economic warfare when it comes to Iran. Nathan King, CGTN, at the White House.